Alright, so I welcome all of you, my dear colleagues. This is a great session, I'm sure, but I'll try to actually evolve you into the process of learning. It's not just only learning. I cannot flip the classroom, as my students are here also. We try to flip the classroom, but this classroom we are going to talk is about my plan of discussion. I'll give a very little intro. I'll talk about the convergence, that what is going to happen. But yeah, that's the interesting thing is here. I'll show you the future. I tried to see that also last night. Believe me, I'm not talking anything which I did not work on. I talk on something which I work on and I visualize that yes, this thing can happen. So I will show you some future as our Honorable Chairman was mentioning, and then I was thinking that how does he know that what I prepared? He was talking about something that I prepared actually in my slides. So I'll show you that. And how we get into Google Classroom. But yes, we have some case studies and hands-on session. I'll try to do mini projects. The time is very limited, but we try to be very much particular in using our time. And I can see the group. So we'll actually do small group projects today. But I need to ensure that you all are actually having your laptop. If not, it's devices which is connected to internet. So do you all are actually in the internet now? Any difficulty with the internet? So that's actually, since we begin the lecture, so you have to get it done by the time we are actually hands-on session. So I need good speed internet. So thank you for raising. Any other point that you have, internet connectivity is a must. That's no choice. Please, sir, it's for you. Yeah, it's for you. Thank you so much for coming. We go into introduction. Now, you see, it's a cloud. We are actually living in the cloud, and the cloud is all around. It's on the sky, and it's also in our virtual world. We live in the cloud, and whatever service we are actually enjoying today, most of the services are actually cloud-based service. So what you see, practically, it's a virtual learning environment. We are trying to learn something, but in a virtual platform. We are trying to leverage our life. We try to reduce cost of operation. We try to maximize the goal. So it's a virtual learning environment. It's an online collaboration platform. Yes, and the most important, I will say that the gist of everything is learners-centered classroom. Now, how many of you have experience? I'm not sure, but students learn better from students. Students understand better students. And teacher and student relationship really cannot come down to that level of interactions where teacher and student can see each other and understand each other, but just by looking at it. It's really not. You know, as a teacher, you're always like a lion to a student, and student is like a chicken waiting when lion will shout and eat. You know, that's a tradition still there. And still there. Still today my students are like my friends, but believe me, at some time they are actually in a chicken and lion situation because, oh my God, my teacher. Oh my God, my teacher. But this will remain with us. What happens in the virtual platform? The virtual platform is a platform for open mind. Teacher is saying something, student is saying something else. I remember I gave a lecture, and immediately that evening, I was surprised in the Google Classroom. The same student, he said, if you want to understand such lecture, please watch this video. 3 videos in already. And I was so amazed. I was watching myself. I never saw this video. So what happened is that a teacher is educated by his students. A teacher is learning better from his students. And that's actually where we say, learner-centered classroom. None of the classroom in the world is learner-centered. You cannot make it. Why? Because when you enter in the classroom, as a teacher, you are like a lion. You say, hey, don't shout, leave my classroom. Like that, yeah? So always the students are shaky, and they keep their mouths shut, they don't ask questions, they don't learn. So this virtual learning platform actually is a platform that opens their heart. They ask even a stupid question. I saw students are chatting. I take a lot of virtual classes almost because of this under situation. We are doing classes and students are saying, hey, mind your language, you're talking to sir. Students are talking to each other because you see, I enjoy that as well. I don't say that, hey, why you're writing rubbish? Yes, I mild them. I mildly tell them that, yes, you write formal. But students always learn better from students. So that's the summary of my slide, particularly first slide. Now talking about this convergence is amazing. The first is go paperless. That means the world is heading towards paperless. I'm sure in this room we have both Y generation, X generation, and also maybe M generation. Different generations together. It's the amazing discussion session we are doing. We have the Y generation and also we have the Z generation in the same. So what happens? Going paperless is one very important thing. You're saying goodbye to all papers, no more papers. And the second is engage. Engage your students. That means students are enjoying due to engagement. It's not a boring classroom. It's a classroom with media. It's a classroom with fun. It's a classroom with liberty. Can you imagine liberty? Liberty is a word that changes everything in the world. If you say, oh, I have a huge liberty, means I have a freedom of speech. I have freedom of thoughts. I have freedom of mind. I am a creator. That's something tells you automatic. So engage your student, which is, as a one-to-one engagement. That means someone is asking, I'm answering his question. How many question answer you can do in a physical classroom? You can do maximum 10. But in virtual, you can do 100. One student can ask 10 questions and you can answer all those 10 questions. That's the amazing part of engagement. And the last is that stay organized, because you are actually always organized. You have preconceived thoughts. You are doing very structured analysis. And you are also monitoring their progress. I'm enjoying another platform beside Google, but I will not talk about that because it's entirely Google Classroom. But there is another classroom we use for our another university courses where we have a lot of fun in that particular platform also. So getting to use the classroom, we need certain technical requirements to meet, in Google especially. What happens in Google, this email accounts must be in Google domain. That's because of security concern. So, but still they are working on how to get different email working together in Google platform. They are still working, it is not released yet. But you must have to have a Google platform email. Well, I'm planning something which we might discuss on the closing ceremony to bridge the networking, as our Honorable Chairman was saying, that it's a networking. We'll try to initiate something very interesting that is in my mind at the moment. So one thing needed is an email accounts, and then the second thing is internet connectivity. Absolutely, you cannot live without internet today. Internet is our fourth human rights at the moment. It's not yet in the parliament, but soon it will be in the constitution. It is not in the parliament, but it will be in the constitution. And constitution is a mandate for the human. It's just not piece of paper. So we will have the internet connectivity, but non-technical requirements, if you see well-thought course preparations. What happens Google Classroom, like traditional classroom, the difference is that you really go and you come well prepared. You have a well plan that how you're going to put the lessons, how you're going to interact, what questions you ask. So many different preparations than a physical classroom. Physical classroom, what happens? We are discussing, chit-chatting, someone says, hey, you have a class. Oh, no problem, I just walked in, yeah? And then, physical classroom, there is no alternative, but I'm saying very soon, the physical also will be virtual. I'm saying you are physically taking class, but it is in the virtual platform. So that's going to happen. And the second very important point is the engagement issue, because you really have to have a plan for engagement, clear engagement plan. And I can bet that I don't know how many of you are Google Classroom users, just a small statistics I want to know. Google Classroom user, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Google Classroom user, 5. That means we have a good number. I thought none. Yeah, that's amazing. Very good number. Yeah, it's almost 15%. Yeah, 10 to 15% is not a bad idea. Yeah, it's good. So let's proceed. I will take you into the next is talking about this login one. But what happens? I will show you the screenshots and then I will go into action. I will show you the case study, and after that, actually, we'll do the project. But the project is going to take a little time because I have a plan to discuss. I don't see any whiteboard here, but I will actually do my discussion and do a small Google Classroom project today. Yeah, so what is my plan is to show you, once you come into classroom.google.com, you actually come to a screen where you have two options. Either you join in a class or you create a classroom. You create your classroom, that means you may have to, immediate when you say go to classroom, you need to have a Google login. And once you log in, only then you can decide which one you do. Either you join or you create. So let me take you to the next. Next, what happens is, you can see, soon you come inside your first class. You can either join a class or create a class. That means you have two options. If you click here, this is my email account for Google Classroom. You can join class or you can create class. Any of these options you do. But joining class is very easy. Why? Because there is an access code. I will show you. This access code, actually, you pass it to your student. The student actually go to the Google Classroom and say join class and put the access code. That's it. Registration done. But they must have email in the same domain. That is a requirement. So what happens next? I take you to the next. The next is that once you create your first class, you have two options. I will show you one of my paper. I will give you all materials. You just take note of exceptional discussions, but you get all materials and you can use them. You have two options here. One is that you type the class code or title of the code with the title, and then you click this button. You can also put section. I generally put section. If you are doing a separate section, then you may name your section A or section B, but I generally always do section A to Z. I mean all sections. Whoever comes, use it. Because what happens, one thing unlike here is that you cannot create your classroom for a particular year. For example, you cannot create your classroom for a particular semester. So what happens is, when you create something, that becomes an asset in the Google directory. This becomes an asset, but this asset, you should be able to reuse it. That's why sometimes it's better not to put code, just put the title and put the section, so that the student can use at different semester, they can use the same. They don't say that, oh, it is not my section. Yeah. So all my sections are written like A to Z. Any section between A to Z. That's what I do practically. I will show you. So once you fill up this two, you click next. Then you come to a screen where you can see, that's actually the whole screen I'm going to show you. This is actually a menu where you click, you can see your classroom home, and you can see different classes. Then you have two options, create class or join class. You fill this, you want to create a class, and immediate next is your class homepage. Now when you come to class homepage, you can see here different items. So let me start from the beginning. This one is a pull down menu. You can switch class and setting. You can show your upcoming assignment if you put up an assignment. I will show you live, but before that, just an intro. And then this is actually your class code, which student joined this class with this class code. Class code actually is 6 to 8 digit random alphanumeric code generated by Google. And then you have your class section title, the section. Then you have two options. You have stream here, students, and you can add students. You can actually, this is your course homepage, class homepage. Then you have actually the stream input, because you can have two types of input, announcement or assignment. So announcement or assignment, actually you will control your classes. I will show you many activities, class streams. So as a whole, you can also change the template by clicking here. So you have a whole design and management control of your course. But interesting is this course, recently Google added this year, just end of January, they added archiving. That is, I will show you that I create a class and I can also have that stored in my local machine. I can archive that. Why? Because it was a request from us. I was actually using Google Classroom last year. We get to introduce around January, February, if I do remember clearly, sometimes like that. And we put up a lot of requests to Google that put up online test here and also the backup of the whole course that you create. So I will show you that. If there is a question also coming, you can stop me. You can ask questions anytime. So take a look at this class homepage again that you have actually here. The courses are coming. Some new items you can see here. That see one of the stream with the YouTube video. That's actually class stream. You can post your message here to the students. Interestingly, the beautiful part of this Google Classroom is that it is integrated with email. Whatever you post here, your student automatically receive an email. Notification email, and it also comes in your inbox. Your email inbox, you receive another email. So what happens here, you have the name of a class and then class homepage. You post message here and your class streams begins here. And I take you to the next because we'll do the live. Now, demo class, for example, you want to change the template. You have a lot of options. You can create your own. Custom template creation is still in the process of Google. Custom is not available, but custom you will get by the end of this year. You can create your custom templates. But you can actually select from the gallery and you can change the theme. Take you to the next is that announcement stream. You can have a stream here, you can write, you can attach some file. You have YouTube videos, you have a Google Drives, you have links, you can also drop down. It was not available in the last version, but this version, the change is that I can actually associate this course with another classroom. So I can actually group classrooms. I can group students. This is a new feature added, I will show you. So this is something very, very interesting. There is an announcement and assignment. So, that's actually stream, announcement stream. You can take a look at the assignment stream. Assignment stream, something they added new, is the time. There was no time. But now you can also control time. That, okay, within 5 o'clock, you have to finish this assignment today. So you're setting a deadline and also a time when you can upload files, they interact, and it shows the statistics. I will show you the live, that it shows the statistics, how many submitted, how many are tested. You can also post grades, and the grades are automatic electronic. So that's interesting. The same thing happens when you add students. You can see the new. The new version has a lot of features. It added something like control of the student. What a student should be able to do. Like student can post and comment. The student can only comment, only teacher can post or comment. That means I can control my student that you can only see. You cannot say anything. Or they can say anything, they can do anything. So you have a lot of control of the student. You can import a student, and you can see the access code here. You see, this is about 7-digit alphanumeric sometimes, and sometimes only alphabet code. But given by Google, and you can reset that. That's why I have shown here that access code you can reset anytime. But we'll be doing this exercise today. Actually, I'll be doing the entire exercise of using Google Classroom. And if possible, I need a small presentation from each group, because it's a small project activity, we have to do it. Okay, so that's very important. Otherwise, we don't see what we learn. Create your first class. Actually, about the course, you can see you have a title, and you can write some description. You can upload your course outline and initial kickoff materials. That, okay, I begin this class with this course outline. Like, I'll take you to the next. You can see here, you are uploading your information. You can upload folders from the Google. and initial information about the course. That means the description of the course, what you want to do in the course, your calendar. You can embed calendar here because just click Google Calendar, copy the link here because you have an option to post here. You can actually add links and upload the information. So what happens, you have a course information created. And talking about your assignment, the same thing here, you have a beta control now. You can see you are setting a date time with the assignment. Check out the ways you want to, like a student can view the file, you have a direct control. A student can view, student can edit, make a copy. That means you can have wiki type of assignments. You're giving like a wiki, they are writing jointly. So you have a group assignments, you can assign groups, one writer, and groups are writing together. So you can see who has written what part. That's the beauty of it. Sometimes in the physical assignment, we have no control on who is copying and who is pasting and who is writing. There is a writing, copying and pasting, but it is very difficult. And assignment part, I'm sure you all actually have the same experience as me, and there is not different experience. Very difficult to identify. Now, case studies, I will show you exactly now that what is happening in my classes. I will share. I will show you entire detail, and then we'll discuss some sharing of ideas. I will actually do some online stuff. And after this, what's my plan is hands-on, so you can make up a plan before I show you. So what happens, you have to group ourselves. What I see is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 groups are here. So I have a challenge here, but what I'm sharing with you. There is a group, test 1, test 2, student group. That means I have actually 5 email accounts. I have 5 email accounts. 5 email accounts created for this session. Because test1@diu.edu.bd, that is the email. Actually, that's what I say, test1. Test1@diu.edu.bd, test2@diu.edu.bd. You can take note, youngest one. Okay, so there are 5 email accounts, but you can decide which one is teacher, which one is a student. I want some group act as a teacher, some group act as a student. Just to understand that what type of interaction you can do. Is it clear that the activities that we are planning? Well, my feeling is that there should be one group from this student, one group from the teacher. So do we decide this, that they are teacher, they are student, or they are teacher, you are student? You are student or teacher? You are students. Okay, so guys, you have a lot of students, very mature. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 group of teachers. So I want to actually...
I would like to be students.
No, but actually the decision is taken by them. The decision is by them that they are a student, and you are the most respectful teachers and responsible as well, and you're going to make their life terrific using Google Classroom, and they're going to make your life also terrific using Google Classroom. So we want to have this small battle, and we want to begin the session after I show you some of the drama. What we want to do is we log in into the Google Classroom. Teachers create courses pages. That means you have certain duties to do using these emails. 3, 4, 5 you can use. And all of them will be using actually test 1, test 2. You are a test 1, test 2 student. But that's the advantage. Don't abuse them, please. Because they will never know who is test 1. If you say something bad, they are in a very difficult situation to I don't know who actually said this. Who is test 1? Because you may be test 1, he may be test 1, she may be test 1. So test 1 and test 2 are going to fight, but I leave the liberties with the teacher. You decide what course you want to create. But what we want actually, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 different courses created by 3 different ID. Maybe you can decide the whole group, you can decide one big course to be created. You get time to do that. So once the teacher create course, then student join, and student starts collaborating. But what we want is you must stop Google Classroom and say that Google Classroom cannot do this. You understand the challenge? What I'm saying is that you're doing something and saying, oh, I want to do this, but this Google Classroom cannot do this. So we can actually find some good thoughts to pass on to Google, that Google Classroom needs to be improved. Okay, so, and after that we share the working experience. The teacher will present, share, at least 2 or 3 of you will speak what actually you felt about the interactions, and the student will also share. At least 4 or 5 of you share. But we have a very limited time. We finish by actually 12:30 sharp. And that's our timing. Any question on the game on Google Classroom? But please remember one thing, we want to see that how good it is collaborating. And we want to understand that how rational our teachers are and how serious students are. We want to understand that, okay? So if there is any question, then I can actually, if there is no question, I will go to hands on. Any question to me, like regarding the life activity? Yes.
Hello, sir. Can I use many courses in each one account? Can I use 2 courses, for example?
You want to use the 2 courses created by our teachers? Yes. Yes, 2, 3, whatever you like to. Because there will be maybe 4 or 5 courses created. We hope. Is there any question from the teachers panel? Any question about this fun part of learning? Huh?
We are going to create some three course actually. For everybody.
Maybe collectively 4.
Collectively 4, right?
In one group we can make one.
One, yeah, that's lovely. And I need you to create something very intriguing and interesting and also critical. And you guys make them very hard job by asking critical questions. Yes, you'll be joining and you'll be interacting. Yes, that's. But actually, you need access code, isn't it? You need access code, isn't it? Yeah. So the teachers, can you proceed? By this time I will go, but teachers, I will request that you proceed to create your course, because the students cannot wait. I will show my session. By that time, the course is created. Is it clear? The teachers, that means 1, 2, 3. Let's consider 3 courses are getting created. Is it 3 or 4? 3. Okay. So teachers are creating course. I will show you my portal now.
Thanks. I have one question about regarding the communication issue. For example, when we are in class, we are making communication with the students or the staff in live session. Is there any live session?
He asked a very interesting question. Just to, I draw your attention, the teachers. May I draw your attention for a time? Mahbub Parvez is very seriously creating class. Just 1 minute. The guy asked a very good question. He said that it's a virtual classroom. So teacher listening and seeing teacher is something. Can we do that? That's your question, isn't it? Live, exactly. Okay. So 2 options are there. One is that the teachers are recording their classes and uploading in YouTube channel and link it. So you will get to see your teacher speaking and also listening. 1. That's actually not real time, it is off time. But you can also have it real time if it is a Google Hangout. So Google Hangout also can be linked, which is real time. That means I can invite 20 students, they are talking to me live, but using Google technology. So that is also we can. Yes, absolutely. So teachers, I request you to go for creating course. I did not mention the password, yes. That was also purposely. DIU 12345. DIU 12345. Can you please check?
This at diu.edu.bd.
Yes.
Test 3, test 4, test 5 for us.
Teachers are test 3, test 4, test 5. DIU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Password for all, actually for all password is DIU 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. DIU, all small. DIU. Don't change the password. Yeah, don't change the password, please. Do not change the password. Yeah. Please do not change the password, then it will be difficult. Change password should not be there.
Your passport was changed 1 hour
We have a small technical issues, but we'll sort it out because there is a small technical issue. Take a look at this. If you have your email account with diu.edu, then you can use it. Exactly. Access code. You need to create class and give the access code. Just to draw your attention on the course that currently these are the courses actually on my ongoing courses in this present semester. You can take a look. I will show you some new courses creation also. These are actually presentations uploaded by the students. This is class presentation. And these are actually different groups presentation. You can see the group name, Code Hunters. This is another group. They are group presentations. And the teams are also commenting. This is just 23rd February. You can see. These are actually presentations uploaded, and some of them are talking about new programming issues. Because they say CUDA, because I was discussing about CUDA in the classroom. Happy Valentine's Day, and you can see here. You can see. I was discussing about online interactions, and the students went back and uploaded all this. These are actually, they want more online tests. So they are pushing me that, sir, please take our online test and take a look at these platforms. So I show you my online platform also. These are actually our lectures. We did lecture till 12:30 in the morning. You know, I'm talking about 12:30 in the morning. So this was actually my lecture is around, you can see, 7th February. These are my lectures going on because I talked about many questions. My video, they actually enjoyed my video. So I did my YouTube video also for the students, and it's uploaded. These are actually some of the interactions. Because they're looking for me, so they said, "Where is Sab?" You know, I was supposed to be on online that time, and time goes up. Okay, so see, they are actually very excited. They are talking about 10 minute baki. You see, 10 minutes, 10 minute baki, because they are all looking at the clock, waiting when I join. Okay, it's amazing actually. Countdown, and actually you can see I will show you my lecture. Hi guys, are you ready for today's adventure? If not, then prepare quickly. The CR is posting messages for everyone. And there are many different slangs up there also. About 70% right, I know 90%, but I select wrong answer because I was taking online test. And they answered, they are replying me back actually, why it was wrong. And this is actually my attendance. I'm showing you my attendance on the virtual platform. The CR took attendance and posted the attendance for me. So you can see here today's attendance, name and ID. But they are all connected 12 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so you can see 35 boys and girls are working middle of the night. So it's amazing actually. I mean, that's what I'm saying, that it's amazing. I show you some of my, well, this is my online test platform since Google doesn't have, so I use a separate platform for online testing. I show you just quickly, this is not part of our discussion, but just to share with you. Okay, see now the reports. You can see the scores. They put their ID, and some of them score 50%, 70%, 90%. You can see it's what time is this. Few seconds in the morning, after 12, we started the online test. So this is a platform I use actually for building their confidence on online test platform. But the advantage of this platform is that you don't need any registration, neither the student nor the teacher. But it is a commercial platform. It is given for freedom of exercise for the students, and the students enjoy a lot. This is a very big number of students because I try to give them the same test again and again. I said, okay, go ahead, do it again. So that's how they do, and you can see, amazing. I mean, you can also see their scores, who did which question correct and which question wrong, automatic. So I'm not talking about this platform because it is not Google, it is a different commercial platform, but it is free for teachers and students, no registration needed, that's why I'm using it. I prefer not to use registration. So this is actually the test, and practically they enjoy a lot. I show you some action what you do. Some best exercises I'm showing you. You can see here, submission of presentation, it was given as an assignment, and you can see that actually 13 group, 70 students are listed, that's why it is showing 70. But due was 7th February, 13 done means 13 groups already submitted. And if I click here, you can see the student work, because it has come to student work now. The student work total, it is showing you. I did not put any grade, but the system calculated who is late, because there was a deadline. And you can grade it. So you can see a whole lot of discussion here. I would suggest my teachers here working to create project, create course, try to also give some assignment, try to better because
যাদের ওই ইমেইলটা আছে something@diu.edu.bd তারা শুধু এই কোর্সের কোডটা নিয়ে নেন, কোডটা দিলেই আপনারা এই কোর্সের সাথে জয়েন করতে পারবেন। স্যার লগ ইন করেছেন
ORD3LR
পার্সোনাল দিয়ে ঢুকে হ্যাঁ জাস্ট diu.edu.bd যাদের ইমেইল আছে ওই ইমেইলটা দিয়ে
AORD
এই কোডটা দিয়ে
CLR
কোর্স কোডটা হচ্ছে AORD3LR
AORD3LR. L. It is looks like one, but it is actually L. I give you in capital, but it is case sensitive. You have to give small. It is case sensitive, so you have to give it small. Let me give it in capital. AORD, then 3L. So this is one of the course code, right? Thank you. IRO. IR0 P6 4R.
Good comment.
YR. Is it okay? This one okay. Okay, second course code. IR0 P6YR. IR0 P6YR. I'm looking for the third course code.
ওই পাসওয়ার্ডটা কাজ করে নাই কিন্তু আমরা এটা দিয়ে দিয়েছি
I like all of you to share the learning, please.
Sir.
Is it correct? TU. Correct? Okay. So there are 3 courses created with the course codes. Please take note, all of you, the students, you like to join this course, you have to. And the teachers are actually now will engage the student. So we want to see that how teachers are engaging and how students are reacting to the engagement of teachers. We are going to see that on this portal. I think it is better to see one course at a time. There is already joined the class, so you're getting different, right? You're getting your course. There is no feedback from the teacher yet. You already got a student. They're waiting. The teachers are, please react fast. The students are waiting. The teachers, that means the teachers are not as active as the students are today. But you know, you guys prove that you are more active than the students.
So we have not got any students in our books.
You did not get any? The last course. Can you also join the last course? You join? So please, push them. You post already, but please join 3 course. Join 3 course. That's the access code. You're DIU man, right? Okay. You joined all 3 courses? No, you joined all 3 courses. Studying your access. You see now, class, join class. It's in home. It's in home and then click on class, then I will join class. Chrome is the best because it's the Google product. Chrome
Also it goes to Android.
Android because it's the Google product. You got it now?
Yes, videos are already.
No like option. Why? Yeah, that's the good question actually. Why there is no like option? Yeah. Any reaction from the student towards teacher? Any comments? Are they okay working or you are not happy? You are not reading. There is something very exciting going on. Yeah, please do. Yeah, finally something going on. For example, if I go to a class of mine, I go to a class of mine, let's say software engineering, okay fine. So if I go into this class, what happens if I open a new stream? Any stream post will be seen by everyone, whoever joins the class. And suppose this is a stream open, and if I put a comment here, this comment is not personal to him. It's a comment to team. Whoever joins see my comments. Unless I show you another one, which is individual. For example, there is a question. This is one of my class, and it's a February 18 class. So you can see here my video lecture and everything. But for example, this is an issue. See, he is putting an answer, and I can reply him separately. That's the reply, is a personal reply. It's going to this email. But it is not shared among the users. It comes with an arrowhead like this, and you click, it goes to individual. For example, I show you. It's more like a private room or public room. For example, this is a case you can see if I go up quickly. This is an answer, but you can see here, if I move this, automatically it's coming. That means anyone, I can give him or her personal reply. This is me, so let me look at this one. See? If I move this pointer, it's automatically coming.
Students cannot reply.
Students, yes, so you are replying to him. One individual. But if I post here, everyone gets the comment. This is public, but this is private. You can see this is private. Only teachers panel can see this, yes. The student cannot.
Student cannot reply individually.
No. The students are always posting in the group, on the public. There is another thing I think is important to share is the grading.
Is there any
Yes, you can do that. You have actually Dropbox. Dropbox system of posting, I show you. For example, it's more like Dropbox based. Okay. So you have a stream, for example, if I go up, I can show you. I just want to show you one more thing is the about. About is something like this. Generally, you put up your course information. You can see about of this course, a description, email with course outline. So you can actually put it. Teacher can see it, but not other students. Generally, students' works are not visible to students. Teacher can see everyone.
Do the teachers and the students or they?
No, a student, then a teacher has to post that into public.
Sir,
Public. And let me share just a stream part. Stream part, that means a stream part actually, for example, assignment is for a specific assignment, but announcement is for the whole. And when I'm doing announcement, I can actually upload files, links. This is my Dropbox, Google Drive. But if you install Google Drive, it will be synced in your machine automatically. So it's in my laptop, all drives are synced. Now I wanted to show you one thing, that how you archive actually your course. This is the recent version. This is the latest version. So latest version, for example, if I talk about this course, software engineering, you can come here, click, you can see here archive. Archive is just added last month. So you can actually click on archive and you can archive this. So you and your students won't be able to make changes. It is archived. That means it is like a closed.
so if you don't mind, can you please
Yes, I show you again, because suppose this is a course you already completed and you just don't want any student to come in. So you want to archive it. No comments. So just simply you click here, click left click on this and then click archive. That's it. It will be archived. So it is there, but no one can access, no one can comment. You can use it, yes, because it is your asset. Reopen and everything. But it is just archived.
1 2 3 4 5 7 আমার সাইট প্লাস ফাংশন আছে
No changes, yes.
টেস্ট করে
I can download the files.
You can download the files. Offline downloads, yes.
I can use it.
This is a very important feature added because of security and IPR, especially intellectual property rights, because it's your intellectual property that you should preserve.
Sir, is the student see the archive file?
No, no,
Only for the teacher.
it's only for the teachers. I think time has come to have some interactions between teacher and students. So I'll first bring students, like who like to come volunteer, that what you shared and what is your view about teachers. 2, 3 maximum. Who like to come? Let me invite vice principal madam. She is working in the school, and one from this side. I can also invite you at last. 3, number 3.
Thank you very much, sir.
You can come here and share with everyone.
Dear teachers, we really enjoy the classes through Google Classroom, and
Who the teachers also?
with due respect. And I wish every student of Bangladesh get this opportunity to have Google
Today's class,
Classroom. Yes.
Today's class. Okay.
So we were invited by our teacher group. It is about beautiful Bangladesh, and we got an assignment. Okay, the teacher's name, the leader is here. Probably must be Akhter Rahman.
So we pay to enter intro. So we use the.
I understand that.
I understand. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, actually everybody is leaders here. The leader here.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So we got an assignment from our teachers group, and it was the video clip first of all, right? And
That's interesting. Yeah, that's very nice thing.
and the image
Yeah,
of
how was
it.
the reaction?
Yes.
Reaction.
Yes. Actually, somehow we found that the teacher group was not. Yes. Yeah.
No problem.
So it's actually, I guess, laptop might have some problem.
So it's a common teachers are identified that they write most of the time wrong English.
It's kind of discouraging. Teachers should not make mistakes.
It's supposed to be the day of teachers, but
teachers are not in the game.
Yes, but there was sir actually mixed reaction. Some of the students thought that let's overlook the spelling mistake. Let's concentrate on the image what they sent us, and it was beautiful. It's about the rickshaw of Bangladesh, and we answered that rickshaw is beautiful and awesome, cheap too.
Cheap too.
Okay, but we didn't get any, interesting answer back. Some of our... actually, it was totally full of fun class, and we tried to make some fun.
Appreciate the diction concept. Yeah.
Yes.
We gave an example. Also we gave an example that there is another photo. It's beautiful Bangladesh.
This example submitted by students.
Yes.
Example submitted by students for the teacher to learn.
About the beautiful Bangladesh, and also we submitted an assignment.
But teachers did not comment on it.
No comment. Not
Teachers are not comment.
No.
We didn't
And we also submitted one assignment.
Very pathetic. Teachers are not comment.
Also, we submitted one assignment. This is beautiful Bangladesh.
Assignment from the teacher?
Teacher, no, from us. To review the video.
Overall, actually, somehow we found that students were prompt in receiving the data from teachers and answering, but teachers were not that prompt. That's why maybe Google Plus needs both the parties to be, same way active.
Same way active.
Exactly. Thank you.
I think anyone, please come. I want to invite our guest from the government here attending. It's a pleasure just to hear his reaction and perhaps then rebuttal by the teacher. What you have to say.
The problem is that it took so much time to interact ourselves because the speed or maybe they send some pictures.
I will give you time, my dear. You don't get excited, okay? I understand your reaction, okay? But it is good. I appreciate it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
On the
First of
student
all,
part and on the teacher part.
this is my very new experience. As I have told into my introduction that I'm working with government for quality education, and we have a lot of challenges ahead. And most of the cases when I think about a virtual class, this is actually misunderstood by me. I never thought that it could be so much interactive and one-to-one interaction could be done. And I think it is even better than a real class, I should say.
Better than a real class.
Yeah, better than a real class.
In some cases.
In some cases, each and everybody is interacting with each and of us. So this is really amazing, and this is a quite wonderful experience for me. And thank you, teachers and the students, all of us. As a matter of fact, the students and teachers both are teachers for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let me invite Mahbub now, is vibrant, and I will invite one from your side. Mahbub Parvez now coming to rebuttal the sentiment raised by the student. And if there is any positive side of the teacher, he could talk.
Well, first of all, I was excited at that time, as it is the first time I'm using Google Class. So, learning feedback systems, I am habituated to use the learning feedback systems of Definitely International University, but unfortunately, I didn't use the Google Classroom before. This is the first class, so that's why I am very much excited to start a new course, to start uploading good video.
A lot of poems will be in the Google Class.
You were excited.
A lot of poems.
Lot of poems, lot of pictures, lot of quotes. Yes, lot of quotes, and I want to upload another video, and unfortunately that was not into my laptop. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but things are going like that. Yes, it is so much interactive, and I enjoyed a lot. Students, they identified already. They identified that Mao purpose. So sending this type of question was received a wonderful comments that your smiling face is cool. So,
that is amazing.
Imagine.
Yes. Masum wants to say something as well. You are welcome to speak for 10 seconds, no problem.
Sir, we want teachers' views about the students.
Teachers' views about the students. Yeah. What do you say about it?
Really, it has been a very wonderful session. Many thanks to our Akhter sir. Really, you are great. And by the way, I would like to mention that the mistake you have seen, okay, I am talking about my dear students, okay. Do you think, basically it is intended, right? Daily by we have made this mistake to measure, to understand your smartness, okay. Yes, and you know we are the lions, right? So,
Oh my God!
so again, many thanks to Akhter sir and our beloved chicken. Students, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you for being so wonderful. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I invite, yes, please. And then the last table, at least one from the last table. And then if anyone like to volunteer to speak for 10 seconds, no problem.
I'm very happy to attend this kind of classrooms. Actually, I was very much, I got very much pressure from the students because my assignment file size was high and it is uploading and the student getting. Finally, one student, probably Shompa Ittekar, finally did the assignments. because only one student submitted the assignments. Thanks.
Very good teacher. Remember your name.
and someone said, "Cool man." Yes, obviously I'm cool man and beautiful also.
Beautiful. Generally, we know that ladies are beautiful, girls are handsome, guys are handsome.
Even the
Handsome and beautiful.
I'm in the virtual classroom.
In the virtual classroom.
That's classroom. Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. From the last table, anyone like to come speak for a minute, please? Teachers are getting more chance, but the student. My Somalian friends, you like to speak for 10 seconds? Anyone?
Thank you for giving me a chance to talk about Google Classroom. Actually, this was my first experience on the Google Classroom. I've learned a lot from the students also, from our teacher also, and I will I get some classes from some professional courses also. I will request those classrooms also to use this Google Classroom. Everyone. Thank you.
Last anyone? Yes, please come here.
I think if the feature of editing could be added for comment section. For example, I wanted to edit one comment, but it was not possible. The only option was delete. So, like students comment.
Student comment you cannot edit.
Okay.
Student comment can be edited.
Yes, like if I am writing, I need to edit my comment, but there was only delete option. Okay.
Anyone like to come and volunteer a few words? No problem.
I will have just 3 slides to show you.
Thank you, sir.
Last 3 slides.
First, I would like to thank Daffodil International University for arranging such a wonderful event. Basically, I would like to ask some questions regarding, is there any memory limitation?
No memory.
Okay, fine. Any proprietary issue like my materials, I regard them as my own.
IPR, because that's why they had archive. You can archive and you should actually use watermark, digital watermark.
Okay. The next thing I would like to know is there any way to sequence or limit chapters and my
It's
flow of.
entirely free. You can create anything.
Like I don't wanna see chapter 3 before chapter 1 or 2.
No, yes, you can.
But once I enter into the second year, I wanna use it for the second time. All the materials are
All
there.
materials are there, yes.
Yes.
But you can archive and you can create new one.
Can I archive one by one chapter?
Yes, you can archive one.
Okay, that's great. And is there any way to sticky post? Like I want
You
a
can
sing.
anything. Yes.
No, I am posting let's say 20 posts every day, but each day there will be a important notification or something. That post I want to be on the top.
Still not there.
On the top.
It's still not there.
Okay.
You want to prioritize posting and make it important.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, fine. And the next thing is there, as we have seen, there are high flow of response from the students. But I am reading one and there are already 10 more comments. I may miss them. Is there any way to?
No, you don't have to worry because you are reading and you are writing. At the same time, stream is updated continuously. It is asynchronous communication. So what happens when I am actually giving a feedback, I see another 3 input and I am giving them also feedbacks. But they see my interactions, I see their interactions directly.
So there won't be any communication gap?
No problem at all, no gap. Except for the delay of fraction of a second.
That's fine with me.
Can I add a volunteer student?
Yes, you can, but you have to have that kind of confidentiality and NDA and.
I know all my students.
Yes, they can.
Let's say among 50 students, 10 are
But if you
strong.
have that strong confidence, you can. Why not?
We can classify
But be
students.
careful because they don't put your shoe then. That's you have to ensure.
Okay, from individual point, like let's say I want to be a mentor on my own, freelance mentor.
Freelance mentor.
In that case, I don't have my own domain. What will be the solution in that case?
In that case, you can write to Google to have your domain. It's there.
I can use domain from Google as well.
Why not? As an entrepreneur, you can. They're like organizations. You can have a virtual organization and you can have your domain.
Okay, that's great.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
there. It is there.
That's all from me. I know.
For good questions, actually.
Very good questions. Thank you very much. I will just, wonderful questions he asked. Wonderful questions. I will just, about to finish this, I will just take you, wonderful, I appreciate all of you. From Somalia, you want to say something for 10 seconds? Yeah? No? Anyone? But I want to, I'm a very democratic guy. You like to speak? Anyone from your side? Huh? No? Very smart girl, you don't want to speak?
Smart and beauty, sir.
Huh?
Smart and beauty.
Yeah, come here, smart and beauty, say. Come here. Speak for 1 minute. Otherwise there is a gap.
Beautiful man coming daughter.
Beautiful man. Who? Beautiful man that can float with the vultures. So that's. You guys are ready to be beautiful? Acha, please come. Come here.
I'll just almost 3 slides I'll show you. So I'm done.
Hello everyone. That was a beautiful interaction with both students, teachers, and students actually.
Student, teachers,
Yeah,
students.
everyone is teacher and everyone is student. We can say, yeah, everyone is like that actually. One thing I had a question was about the notification thing. I asked earlier, sir, about it. That students don't get notified about the code thing, class code thing. You have to write it down, and that's a big problem. I thought if students could be contacted first at first, connection.
Last edition, you can upload emails.
Yeah.
Send them.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah,
That would be better actually. What we did earlier was Sir only just showed us that you have to put the code and you can just join the class, but it will not have the confidentiality. That's what I thought. Everyone's going to join the class. So even if we are talking about entrepreneurship, that's going to be a problem for them actually. Anyone can then join the class.
Yeah, but
so,
you can always change the access code.
Yeah.
And the problem is if you change, then they must know it.
Yeah. So that's why it was better actually if that teachers could have actually identified the students first. Those are the students and those are only going to be notified with the codes.
Other than that, what I think it was a great session actually, sir, from you also and from also the students-teachers interaction. I thought it was
The beauty is here.
that was very fun. I thought the interactive learning thing about messaging everything one by one, and we are just interacting. Teachers were also very responsive and prompt. Students were also responsive and prompt. I think that's the beauty of a classroom actually. And that's the fun part of learning. We should always take learning as a fun part.
Learning is fun.
Not something as a lion and chicken part.
Don't be serious.
No, I don't think so. Lion and chicken part is a very big problem. Even though I'm a teacher, but I do think so that's a very big problem. Students can't share their problems. So even if you are going to share us that lion and chicken, I think everyone should be chicken and everyone should be lion. Okay, you can't specify anyone actually. Okay. Yeah. Right? Yeah, so everyone's going to be a chicken and everyone's going to be a lion, and he just mentioned us about that there was a problem about thing. So I think kudos to actually students who can identify those, and kudos to also teachers also trying to justify that nothing's like that, we are going to test you actually, okay? So I found it really funny actually, that's the way it should be. But thank you very much everyone for doing everything like that, and thank you very much to you sir also.
It was great, yeah. So we will just finish in a couple of minutes. I appreciate again that you really tried to engage yourself. Despite we had a lot of failures, interactions, screen was not coming. Finally you got something? Not yet. But that is also beauty, because then everything is waiting for you to see it. Someone has said, what is there? They don't get any more because they are already used to. But when you see something new, you're very excited. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that last. Yeah, that's something very exciting. So I will take you into almost the last. Is the roadmap of the future, and some questions. What might happen in a classroom where memorization is a theme of the past? That means memorization, difficult to take it out from the heart of our mind, because we grown up with the memorization and we keep continuing that, but in the future there won't be any memorization. That is something first. The future will be based on the presumption the facts are readily available to those who know how to find them. That means you are actually finding your own information in your own way, because you live in your world. Your world is customized for your own. That is where actually we all are living now, in the virtual space. And how students find information, make connections between different pieces and synthesize the information accessible. The student will have a digital portfolio. Still now, we are working on it. Our students are still not having too much of digital portfolio, but the future student, and as you have noticed this morning, our Honorable Chairman said one that we agreed principally that before appointment, Facebook information will be thoroughly reviewed. That is what the Facebook profile becomes a very important part of someone's integrity, someone's honesty, someone's sincerity, someone's dedication. So naturally, the portfolio is the future resume. No resume in the hard copy. Everything is digital. I will show you actually a couple of pictures now. It's very interesting. So the conclusion, let's see something. Tomorrow's teacher. So what is the tomorrow's teacher? Homework submitted online, virtually in the cloud. No homework, physical paper. Projects submitted online, virtually in the cloud. The projects are virtual. Then after school help, virtual, you are talking on the virtual space. Imagine you're carrying a device which is connected to internet all the time. At the moment, data service is very expensive, or maybe its cost is cutting down. The time is coming when you will have Wi-Fi at every place. You will be connected. So you are actually connected entirely all the time. Classes on, but virtual. Makeup work, online, and keyboarding. You can see keyboarding together is teachers, parents. All students together is interacting. The parents are also, I'm talking about parents who are in this school now. They will be parents. Imagine what will happen. They are all connected. The boys and girls and the parents and the students and the teachers all are talking to each other on the internet. Imagine a different society. No reading of physical papers, everything electronic. Yeah, and then conference, virtual meeting, teaching, guide on the study up like everything is virtual. So tomorrow's teacher is something like this. Let's see the next one. Tomorrow's classroom. Very nicely quoted by our Honorable Chairman. He said that there will not be any physical facility. True, that's going to happen in the future. You can see the classroom empty. There is no students. Backends, students participate in class participation through the back channels because they are on the virtual platform. The back channels are virtual platforms. They are talking to the teachers. Classes on via real time online. Then class bulletin boards online. Class digital portfolio online. Smart screen online. Classwork online. Social media. So the physical classroom literally will come for a socialization space. What will happen? Students already learned all lectures. They are only coming to the classroom to know if they have any additional questions to ask. But they are not coming to participate in the lecture. The lecture is already done. Lecture is done virtually, physically, just to know anything extra or do some research or do some additional work. Otherwise, no physical class. That's what actually is the flipped classroom. And we are actually trying in Daffodil International University, just to share with you, it's a good news and we are waiting. We are actually coming up with a studio for class lecture recording by the teacher themselves. So it will be a full-fledged studio. I will invite all of you by the end of March. You will love to come the next building, which is the building for computer science and engineering. At level 4, you will see that there is a recording studio with full-fledged equipments and everything, where teachers will record their own lectures for the flipped classroom. And I actually had a promise to our Honorable Chairman that in 1 year, Daffodil YouTube channel will be the best place for the learning of the students. They come to the class only to ask teacher if they have any additional questions. Otherwise, for class, they will not come to the classroom. That's actually why we like to go. And the last slide is tomorrow's student. You can see digital device, screen sharing, share knowledge, work safe to cloud, digital note and token. Tomorrow's student we already have here, so you can ask him. Individual differentiation, email, everyone is connected, everyone is on the social media. And that's all, folks, and thanks for listening to this lecture. I hope I will share these materials. You can take it from this machine. I have some articles also written. I'll show you quickly. This article is published in a national magazine. But if you like to, I will send you also an email. I will send everything in the email. I'll show you quickly. This article I wrote down for a very popular magazine few days back, and this is an article which talks about the future, and this is an article I wrote down for a very popular magazine, but it was a time constraint, so that's actually using Google Classroom for 21st century education. And you can read this. It has some of my thoughts, what is going to happen in the future. Digital kits and teaching, and some thoughts about the technology. How to teach the digital kids. We talk about the generation here. That's actually something like digital kids is decay. So that's Y generation, like one chap we have here. They're all quiet, they never speak much, but they react much. They speak less but react more. You know, they are the digital kids, and 21st century using Google Classroom. Some of my case studies I have posted here. I talked to why it is important and what we should do. And I said that in the future, here actually, the present version, but the future version will have data analytics for teacher, knowledge management for the teacher, custom reporting. I sent this write-up to Google also for them to look into and see if they can come up with data analytics. That means I want to know which students are the best students in my virtual platform. You know? That kind of measurements we need to talk about. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy the whole today's sessions. It's time for break, and enjoy your time. Thank you so much.